Welcome to Coastal with Kathryn's Marathon Show. Get ready to binge watch your favorite coastal ventures back to back as we revisit the coastal communities and we share unforgettable stories of the people and the hidden gems from our past episodes. It's all right here in the coastal magic you love. This is an amazing event, and actually people come from all over different states to it.
Oh, absolutely.
To be part of the event, that they're artists, right?
Right.
And also visitors. I mean, I have bumped into people who have all the different license plates that you can imagine.
Right, and that's what we try, because this festival was meant to be a gift to the community, but also as an economic driver.
Right.
So that's what we're trying to do, and to highlight the gems of Bluffton.
Welcome to Coastal with Kathryn. Join us as we discover interesting stories that will touch all of our senses. The people and the fellowship amongst friends, culture, history, culinary delights, artists and musicians, sports, which all make up the heart and soul of the community. Our mission is to feature the people, places, and things that are found along the coastal waterways from all around the world. Wherever the ocean meets the shore, we'll be there. Let us explore together, only if it's for a little while. Where am I? I am at the Bluffton, South Carolina Old Town, and they are having an art and seafood festival this weekend, and I'm going to go visit it, so stay with us because we're going to see a lot of fun things. And I'd like to introduce you to Mary O'Neill, who is the president here of the Bluffton Art and Seafood Festival. And she's been doing this for 17 years.
I have. I've been president since 2010. I just started as a rookie in 2005, and then it was just a one-day event. And Dan Wood was the president of Rotary Club in those days, and he and Larry and Tina Toomer came up with this idea that it would be great for our community. And so from a one-day event in 2005, 2006, we had a weekend, and ever since 2007, we have the entire week.
This is an amazing event, and actually people come from all over different states to it.
Oh, absolutely.
To be part of the event, that they're artists, right?
Right.
And also visitors. I mean, I have bumped into people who have all the different license plates that you can imagine.
Right, and that's what we try, because this festival was meant to be a gift to the community, but also as an economic driver.
Right.
So that's what we're trying to do, and to highlight the gems of Bluffton. Our seafood, our art, our culture, our history. I mean, we call it is a event put on for the community, by the community, and benefiting the community.
And that's exactly right. And that's what with my show, Coastal with Kathryn, we are looking for the hidden gems, the hard to find. It's not necessarily the top 10 things that you do all the time.
No.
But
right.
if you walk into, come into Bluffton, you walk the streets and you see all the interesting restaurants, it's amazing. Just the food quality is amazing,
right.
The atmosphere, the hospitality is wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great southern town, and we, pride ourselves with our hospitality. And everyone so far at the festival has told us, oh my gosh, it's so friendly here, and that's what we want to hear.
And in fact, I think you've just been you were ranked #1 for being like the friendliest little town in South Carolina.
And we are.
You are that. Well, Mary, congratulations on another great event, and thank you for joining me.
All right, thanks.
So next we're going to stop by Pierce Gittler. He's an amazing artist. I love his work. His medium is amazing, but also he works with the oysters. And that's indigenous here to the Low Country in Bluffton. So let's go and say hello. So finally, this is Pierce. I was talking to you about the artist, and what I love about his medium is that it's acrylics, but look at this artwork that you have. I mean, this is actually your oils, and you've been here in the Low Country for, 17 years?
That's correct.
And you're known for your oysters. You're known for the beautiful imagery that you create. And tell me about that. There's got to be some history and inspiration.
Drac is a third-generation oysterman that selects oysters out of the May River. And yeah, he's been doing it for a while, and that's kind of my inspiration. I started off salvaging wood and tin from derelict tenant houses from right here. Here's paneling and roofing tin. So I started here, and then I transitioned to canvas.
It's beautiful. I mean, Gustavo, let's go over here for a second. I mean, if you can get the details of this. I mean, there's just so many textures that I think which makes your artwork really unique.
Yeah, it's The challenge is trying to get the composition of the actual painting, and if you put too much white, then you ruined it. But if you put too little, then you got to put a little bit more.
So our subject, he's been doing this for three generations, his family?
3 generations, that's correct.
So, I mean, what inspired you to work with drac? What was your inspiration behind that?
So basically my subject years ago, before I moved here, were tenant farmers, black tenant farmers. And when I met Drac, I was just like, I have got to paint him. He was my subject here in the Low Country. Because there weren't a lot of tenant farmers around, but I kind of transitioned from tenant farmers to an oysterman.
Right. So how often, I mean, is you right out in the May River?
That's correct, yes. So he goes out there basically every day during oyster season, and he'll just get the oysters as you see. He'll tromp through the pluff bud and fill up these containers, put them in his boat, and he will go back to the oyster factory or oyster company and sell it to them as they sell it to the public.
Do you have any other subject matters that you like to work with? Or?
Only drac. I will do a shrimp boat occasionally. Daddy's girl shrimp boat coming down the river. But other than that, drac is my main subject.
Very good. Well, very nice to meet you. Thank you for letting me stop by.
Absolutely.
This is really unique. I love her style. This is Rachel Newman, and she's a Bluffton artist. And the simplicity in the colors are just very zen. I mean, it makes me just relax immediately as I come in. Beautiful colors. Let's see. Definitely should stop by here. And I'd love to introduce you to John Kirkland, who is the president of the Greater Bluffton Chamber here in Bluffton, South Carolina. And what a great event. I know. I'm loving it. I had a great interview with Mary.
It is. It's a great event. I've been involved with the event for the past 10 years or so, ever since I came and became a member of Rotary. But I've seen the festival grow. My role at the festival has evolved from just kind of helping out where I can to coordinating all of the shuttles and the parking and security and all that kind of good stuff. So.
And you know, being a chamber, it's about businesses, and you know, it takes a community of volunteers and the businesses here to get together to create this event.
Absolutely, and it's great for the community to bring the community together, all the different parts of the community, bring it together, especially for a community like Bluffton that has different parts of the community, such as people who have been here their whole lives. You have people who have moved here for different reasons. So having something like this to bring all of those pieces together for a truly a community-wide event is invaluable.
Exactly, and it's a week long, so we've had a great time visiting here. So, as you know, as we close up with you, what's your one take for us as a Bluffton Chamber? What do you want to say to our visitors and our audience?
Well, come check out Bluffton. Come see what we have to offer. It's a wonderful community, from the river to the economic opportunity that we have here with the growth of just the entire Greater Bluffton area is really, there's a lot of opportunity. Come check us out.
That's exactly right. All right, so we're going to keep moving along, John. You're going to take me to where? We're going to see the Toomers?
Yes, we're going to go to the Martin Family Park, and we'll see Larry and Tina Toomer.
Great. You know, no seafood festival is complete without stopping here at the Bluffton Oyster Company. These guys are homegrown. They've been here for 3 generations, to my understanding.
Correct.
And look at this. They have, hi, how are you? Looks great. What are you making? What are you cooking?
Fried shrimp.
Fried shrimp. Don't we all love fried shrimp?
Delicious.
Delicious. And so this you have to be a go-to, but I'd love to do is go out on one of their boats. What do you think?
That would be interesting to see how a real shrimp boat operates. There's not a whole lot left. That used to be, shrimping and oystering used to be a huge part of the economy in Bluffton, but of course times have changed and there are not many left, and so the Bluffton Oyster Company are one of the few. So being able to go out there and see what they do and how they do it would be a truly special event.
This is really special. So let's keep going. We have other places to visit.
Okay.
Well, this is Robert Rummel's booth, and he is from Bluffton as well, artist photography. And I love your photography, and I love the way you translate this into these beautiful pieces. So first of all, tell me a little bit about your inspiration.
Sure. So I'm inspired by the nature. Nature is something that I've been involved with since I was a little kid. Originally I was a biologist, and then I was looking for a way to share nature with more people than just other scientists. So I shifted into art and photography, and specifically.
Let's just come inside. Let's take a peek. I mean, how do you find this inspiration? I mean, beautiful.
Yeah, so with all my photographs, I almost always preconceive the idea, pre-visualize it. Sometimes I'll even sketch what I'm looking for in a photograph, and then I'm going to ask myself, where do I need to be? When do I need to be to have the best chance of that? And then at that point, it's probably another 2 weeks in the field to get the photo I'm looking for.
I love this. I mean, this is just amazing. I love the color simplicity. I mean, your eye, it's so vibrant. Come on this way. Let's go through. Beautiful bird. Bluebird, right?
Yeah, that one was taken in my backyard right here in Bluffton.
Really? Oh my gosh, who's that?
This is a filefish, so that's an underwater photograph.
Oh, well, we know these guys. They're important to us. So what is your latest piece here?
This is a low country landscape. It was taken on Edisto Island, and it's one of these country roads. There's no plantation here, but the live oak maritime forest has grown back up over and closed the canopy over this road.
Well, it's so vibrant. We could just envision all that, so pretty. And look at this. Now, these are not easy to catch all the time. This kind of waves.
Yeah, in that case, I'm trying to do something a little bit different than your normal wave photo. So I'm lying down in the sand, having the waves splash over me, and the sun has just risen and it's shining through the back of the wave, lighting up the wave with these unusual colors.
Well, what a tree. I appreciate this. I mean, I wish you oh, look at this piece, one more. Oh, wow. Where is that done?
That was done a little further afield, down outside of Jacksonville, a place called Talbot Island.
Very nice. Well, you have a great eye, and thank you, Robert, for letting me stop by.
I appreciate it.
All right, take care. And I want to stop by here and look at the beautiful baskets. I want to introduce you to Michael Smalls and Dino Badger. And this is a true craftsmanship. This is the Low Country Gullah sweetgrass baskets, right?
Right.
So tell me about the heritage.
The Gullah baskets are actually an art form that was brought from Sierra Leone, West Africa, over 400 years ago by our ancestors. When they were enslaved and brought, they were placed on 2 plantations in Mount Pleasant, South Carolina, Boone Hall Plantation and Laurel Hill. From those 2 plantations, there were rice plantations. So they brought the concept of the baskets to clean and shaft the rice, as well as toting fruits and vegetables out of the fields, holding their babies while they're in the fields working. So during that era, it was more of a utility basket or a working tool. And as our generations came down, we got more decorative, the way you see the sidings and the circles, but everything is still functional.
Wow.
And our main goal now is to try to educate and preserve, because we don't want to lose it. We're about the 7th generation. My mom and my great-grandmother I was taught when I was about 7 years old. Got away from it for many years, decided later on in life that I wanted to try to preserve it for another generation. So this is what we've been doing now for the last 12 years.
Well, I love the story. I love the family story. I love the history and the heritage with your family, 7 generations. And this is just sheer craftsmanship. They're just beautiful. I mean, people travel long distances to come and get one of these baskets. They get off of 95 and they come in and they stop and they buy them, and they're just beautiful.
Yeah,
it's an heirloom. It's an heirloom to your family.
Yes, it is. It's an investment. They last you a lifetime. We've had plenty clients that have came back, had inherited from their parents or their grandparents. So they're built to last you pretty much a lifetime.
Well, thank you for your time. I've enjoyed meeting you.
You're welcome, and thank you.
You know, one thing about coming to the art festival, that we have a lot of local people from Bluffton, but Moho is from Florida. And you know, what I've noticed a lot is people are going for mixed medias. And tell me about that. It seems to be the new thing that's happening.
Well, I've always loved to recycle things, so all my pieces are based on finding the right objects to put together to create what I call three-dimensional collages. And that makes each one of a kind then. And sometimes I'll find things on the beach or in junk piles, or you never know. And then I'll build a piece around that.
Well, let's take a look here. I mean, this one is a great day for a swing. I mean, it's like fabric.
Yeah,
and
some fabric in there. And this one's got an old water ski that I cut down to make into a paddleboard. And she's got a two-piece swimming suit. I call her Cupcake.
She's Cupcake. Isn't that fun? So let's take a peek in here. Let's take a look at the other ones. Come on over here. And so you find these, oh, look at this.
Yeah, that's an old ship's wheel that I got off of a boat that was wrecked, and made it into a background for my sailboats.
And here's the one for fishing. Look at this guy, for the enthusiast for fishing. That is very sweet too. But I've noticed that it's been more popular is the mixed mediums and what you're doing now. And do you know why? It's just people are.
I think it has to do with the sense of humor and the happiness in them. I think people are ready to feel good again, you know?
I think so.
And I think that's reflected by buying the art that they buy.
It's happy art, for sure.
Exactly.
And it makes you smile. I mean, you cannot walk by here and not smile.
Well, that's a good thing. That's what I try for.
Thanks for joining me.
All right.
Another great booth that has mixed media, and I want to introduce you to the artist. And say it because it's Italian for me.
Gerardo Lecese.
And you live in Charleston.
Yes.
So you're visiting here from the Charleston area. And tell me about your medium and what inspires you? Because I'm finding that the mixed mediums it's coming, and it's a lot of people are enjoying it now. It seems to be the latest.
Well, I've been doing it for over 20 some years, and it all inspires from traveling. I do all the photography. I go to places that then I make a story about each place.
You do?
So they all have a location. Yes.
They have a location, so I guess where I know that is?
Portofino.
Portofino, that's right. And what about over in this area?
This is more of a beach house mixed with, from my background in interior design. And that's Charleston, beautiful Charleston.
That is beautiful. Beautiful. And let's look over here behind us. Oh, I love the beach house and the cabana.
It's a mix, yeah.
That's a mix.
A little bit of everywhere, yeah.
And how long have you been creating this artwork?
This style about over 25 years.
Wow.
So I don't look that young.
No.
So that's been a while.
Very nice. And when you do the mixed media, do you find things? Some people are finding pieces, or do you create them?
I
Or
create all
you
of
cut them and you
them.
like over here? Come on over here for a second. You can see the texture,
The fabric.
the fabric. So I can see that you move it. I see you can bend it and make it fix that texture.
It's all about details. That's the details of the places and flavors, colors. That's what makes it work.
Oh my gosh, West Side Story, perfect. New York.
And it's
Isn't it
coming
nice?
back with a new show.
Is
a new
it?
production. Yeah.
Is it? Actually, that's one of my favorite movies
It's coming
and
along.
shows.
Yeah.
So that's great. Well, delightful. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you and good luck.
And thank you. Take care. You know, and I always love coming by. Look at this. We have the CB Kids, the art program here, and this is one of the art professor, Jim Sidleski.
Yes.
And I want to take a peek at some of the up-and-coming artists that we have.
Okay.
Right now we have Tatiana, and what is your name?
My name's Zoe.
Zoe and
Rebecca.
and
Tim.
Tim, look at this. Here's some of the artists in residence, as we're calling it here at the booth, right?
Yes.
So come on in and take a look at Tatiana. This is some of your work over here.
Yes, ma'am. I also have some fresher work on the back of this one.
You do.
You might be interested to take a look at this later.
Very nice. And so, come on in for a second, Jim. Tell me a
Sure.
little bit about the program at the school.
So the studio art program, we teach painting, we teach drawing, we teach ceramics, we teach printmaking, and we teach sculpture. What I teach is also media arts, which is going to be more industry driven, which is going to be like graphic design, animation, It's going to be game design, so that type of thing. So it's the visual art and design department kind of encompasses both like studio art like this and also more like commercial art as well.
This is wonderful. So is this a new program, or has it been going on for a while at the school?
This has been going on for a few years. I think since about 2010-ish or something like that. So it's been around for a while.
And which campus is the studio on?
The studio is on the Beaufort campus.
Okay, great.
Yeah, on the old campus over there. So yeah.
Great. Well, it's always nice to see artists in training and residents here. I wish them all the very best. You guys are terrific.
Thank you.
So at the festival, it's really important that a lot of people are helping us. I want to introduce you to Dan Trifrida, who is the president of the Rotary Club. You know, every community has a Rotary Club, but they are so important for things like this. In fact, John Kirkland was telling me that, you know, you volunteers actually help about 85% of putting this festival together.
That is correct. We got we're 82 and growing strong, and about 85% of the labor here is all Rotary based. And the rest are just little other community organizations.
That's great. And so tell me, what do you love about this festival?
You know, there's a lot of things. What's not to, you know, we got a lot of the local vendors, a lot of people who travel far away, a lot of people who come from far away, and a lot of the money that's made from the beer, well, actually all the profits made, comes back to the local community. So, you know, what's not to love? And I mean, the day, the place, the music, you know, it's just a great all-around event, you know.
It's a great
event.
event.
And it's a, you know, 8-day long thing and ends with 2-day festival. So, you know, it's kind of it's a really great event.
Well, I'm so glad I had a chance to meet you, because I'm telling you, the Rotary, you guys are so important.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, thank you for joining me.
Thank you very much.
So this is called Reel It Up, and how interesting this is they use driftwood, and then they take maps from the communities that they're visiting. So this is Hilton Head. So this becomes a special piece of the community, or if it's a keepsake if you've been visiting. And you can see there's the river here. I think this one is Charleston. What a unique gift. I mean, the holidays are coming. I think that's a nice piece for somebody. Charleston and all these other. So this is the Soba Gallery, and they host a lot of the various artists in the community, and the work is really pretty talented, and they have something for everybody here. I mean, between the photography, the artwork, you have to stop by the Soba Gallery, because it is definitely a treat when you walk in there. You know, we have to stop by and see Bobby, who's at this store here in Bluffton.
Yes.
Lovely to see you.
Nice to see you too.
You know, what I love about your store is that there's just so many eclectic things. I mean, really hard to find, including you, but you're just darling. I love that.
Thank you so much.
So how you enjoying the festival?
I love it. It's so wonderful. It's a beautiful day. People are having a fabulous time.
Well, you are the hostess with the mostest. So I want to thank you for stopping by with me.
Thank you. Bye.
I'll see you later. Well, I want to stop here at Benjamin's, which is part of the Low Country as well. Hi, Benjamin. Nice to see you. So let's look at your menu. What do we have here that you're offering us?
Yeah, so right here we got the ham and provolone Monte Cristo. So basically we dip it in the batter and then drop it in the deep fryer, and it's almost like a funnel cake on the exterior with the meat and cheese on the inside, so it's really nice. And then right here we got the loaded tater tots, deep fried Oreos, and deep fried Twinkie.
Oh my gosh. I don't know where to start. What do you recommend? What do you think I should get?
I definitely recommend the Monte Cristo. That is probably our best seller, so that's probably the one you're going to want to go with.
You know what? I'm going to have a Monte Cristo.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. I want to introduce you to Dave Dixon, who is the art chair of the committee for the artists here. And you know, we quickly walked around, and it was amazing to see the fine art that we have here. I mean, there's a lot of great artists, and there's also a little bit of fun things as well.
Right.
So tell us a little bit about what do we have on display?
Okay. Basically, we classify it as a fine art show, and it's a juried show, which means everybody has to go through a jury. Which means they supply pictures of their art, picture of their booth, so that we have a chance to really supervise what they're going to show here. We normally get 160 applications per year for 112 spots.
When you walk on the street, you see all this magnificent artwork. It's inspiring.
It is. Well, one, it's fine art and fine crafts. So you're not going to see any run-of-the-mill stuff. And we have also made one other rule. No jewelry and no clothing. So it's all art.
All right.
And we have raves from people who have been here, from the artists, and the artists really appreciate this show because of being fine art.
Right, exactly. Don't we all love books? And we miss our books, I think.
Yes.
You know, and walking the festival, I had a chance to introduce myself to Lydia Lingard, who is the publisher of Star Books, and she has a wonderful collection of coastal books and authors. So I want to ask you, I mean, look at this wonderful display we have here. Tell us, at the festival, what are people looking for?
Well, you can see we have our Bluffton book. People really enjoy having books about place, and it gives them a sense of more enjoyment for where they are. They learn about the history of the town or the area, and they do that through various stories that our authors are telling combined with photographs, and that really enhances and gives a full experience between two hardcovers, and we really like to do that.
All right, so let's look at this one. I mean, here, this Eric Horn, is he very popular?
Yes, and he's been a photographer for many years. He's had covers of Smithsonian Magazine. And the great thing about Eric's work is that he's not only an ace photographer, but he's a master naturalist. So he sits in the water or shoots atop a 14-foot ladder in the water and stays there until he gets the money shot.
Oh my goodness, I never thought about that. I mean, that is
Very
really
nice.
good. So I love your booth here. And so where else can we find your books besides?
We sell our books wholesale to area gift stores. We also sell online at starbooks.biz.
Okay.
And you can purchase our books at any, basically any gift store in the area.
Great. So what would be one to take away today? Which one would you tell me to take home?
Well, the Bluffton State of Mind is a fabulous book, and it really encapsulates this statement, state of mind, and that's what people in Bluffton enjoy. It's a little hard to pin down. It's slightly wacky, but it's real colorful.
It's really colorful. Oh, that is fun.
And in the back of this book, the author, Marge Agan, who's also the photographer, she was able to talk with some of the folks at the oyster companies and various places that don't normally allow their photos to be taken. And this is a special gallery section in this book with tipped on photos. So we were real pleased to be able to include their photos.
Well, I think this is the hidden gem.
Thank you.
Well, Lydia, thank you for inviting me in, and have a great afternoon.
All right, thank you. Bye now.
Well, wasn't that a fun afternoon at the Arts and Seafood Festival here in Bluffton? I mean, the artists, the music, the food, all so much fun. And it was interesting to meet a lot of the business people. This is how this community thrived, everybody chipping in and helping each other. So I also want to thank you so much for joining our YouTube channel. We just wrapped up our first season for that, but this is our second season. If you want to see our upcoming episodes, be sure to subscribe, like, share, and I want to thank you so much for your support.
As my business has grown, more and more I look forward to those days where I can just cook. I pour myself a glass or three of wine. Usually during football season, 9 a.m., I'm pouring red wine and I'm chopping vegetables and I enjoy my day with my family. But those are the days that I can relax and cook.
Well, welcome to Coastal with Kathryn. I'm excited today. We are at the Bluffton Farmers Market, and I have a celebrity that I'm going to have on my show. I'm going to have Jesse Blanco, who everybody knows. He's the food guy here in the Low Country. But I'm sitting in this chair. I'm feeling like I should be rocking it. Like, was it Lily Tomlin? You know, okay, where are we going? So we're going to go meet up with him in a second, and I'm going to go fill my bag. Stay with me. And I'm delighted to introduce you to Jesse Blanco, who is the food guy here in the Low Country, in Hilton Head, Savannah, and Florida, and everywhere else.
Yeah.
I'm excited to have you here. We're at the Bluffton Farmers Market because we wanted to talk about food, and I have the guy here to talk to because I brought in the guns for this conversation. First, before we go visit the farmers market, I really want to have a chance to ask you a few questions about you, because your career has had such a unique career. I mean, you've had started out as a broadcaster,
Right.
and then you've now life evolution, and your passions have come forward to being a food guy.
Yeah, I've been very fortunate to have 2 careers, double-digit years, that were just pure passions. I was a broadcaster for 22 years by the time I left it full time, and then now I've been doing the food thing for over 10. So a lot of people will spend a lifetime chasing something they love, and I've had 2 in my life that I wake up and I say, wow, I get paid to do this stuff. It's been a lot of work, but when not to sound too terribly cliche, but when you're passionate about it, it feels less like work.
So when did you find out about this passion? And I mean, it's really kind of an interesting place. We all of a sudden woke up one morning and says, you know what?
I'm going to go eat.
My inner child's going to come out.
That's not far off from the whole story. My sister loved to cook from scratch, and she's 8 years older than me. And so when she was in high school, I was in elementary school. And back when they used to teach the girls home ec and the boys wood shop and mechanics and all that stuff, she'd come home with recipes, and on the weekend she'd make them. And that was my first curiosity, like, oh wow, if you build it, it tastes better than mom's. And so it wasn't until years later and Food Network and all that stuff that you could see it every day and kind of teach yourself, because I haven't gone to culinary school. I'm not a chef, I'm a journalist. But it wasn't until it got in front of us on TV every day that I thought, I really like doing that. And it was a hobby. I was a news guy. I was a broadcaster, and with no plans of leaving it. And then all this happened, and so here we are.
And here we are. So you enjoy finding the best places to eat.
Yeah.
You enjoy creating the dishes yourself.
Sometimes.
Yeah. It's like the fantasy of, right?
Yeah. I had a chef. One of my first interviews over 10 years ago. When you're an executive chef, this was at a hotel restaurant. You have to manage, you have to set schedules, you have to do budget, you have to order food, you have to do all these things that relate to the business of what you do. And he told me, and I've never forgotten this, he told me, Jesse, my happiest days are when I can just cook. And as my business has grown, more and more, I look forward to those days where I can just cook. I pour myself a glass or 3 of wine. Usually during football season, 9 a.m., I'm pouring red wine and I'm chopping vegetables, and I enjoy my day with my family. But those are the days that I can relax and cook and nibble all day. You know how it is. It's usually what we do for the holidays. I do on those beautiful fall days, fall Saturdays in the South, or spring Saturdays. Yeah.
Well, I feel your passion. I mean, that's one thing about it. So when I wanted to come to the Bluffton Farmers Market, because I have yet to get here myself, and I wanted to bring in the guns to have a conversation, because I have to tell you a personal story about me is that going into the farmers market, I love the fantasy of it. And actually, when I go into the food stand and when I see all the beautiful vegetables and fruits and all the things that are here, I get intimidated. I really do, because I'm a wannabe cook.
Right.
I'm not a chef. I had 2 brothers who went to the Culinary Institute in Hyde Park. So it maybe just passed over my gene pool. But
Right.
So as I walked around, I know because of you and your influence here in the Love Country, I said, I bet Jesse will come along with me. And as we visit the different farm stands and with the different foods, you can share a perspective of
Sure.
the Low Country, the culture, and the things like that I wanted to share with my audience.
Sure. I would absolutely love to.
All right, well, I think we're on our way. And check this out. We have a guitar player behind us.
Yeah.
You serenading. I first want to stop off at this farm stand. This is from St. Helena, which is close by, and you look at the beautiful vegetables and the flowers.
Yeah.
It's just bountiful. So when we walk to this farm stand, what do you see? What's the first thing that comes to
The
mind?
first thing that jumps out at me are these guys, because we're in season and they're just so beautiful and bright, and oh man, that is like the perfect tomato feel right there. Oh, that feels.
Is the perfect tomato.
You go to the grocery store and you feel like you can bounce a quarter off of them, but these are beautiful.
I love the heirlooms over there too.
Yeah,
and
all
the
of
yellows.
it.
Oh,
I mean, how beautiful. Think about it. How beautiful would these colors look in a salad?
That's right.
With a simple olive oil and my grandma used to like to chop onions. on it and keep it simple. Maybe some of these, depending on your mood. Some people might even use the jalapenos, but
Yeah. Do you ever grill them? A lot of people they
grill
put them on the, and they call poppers.
the jalapenos.
Yeah.
No, I'm no jalapeno.
Heat?
I do like heat, but very very widespread misconception is Cuban and Puerto Rican food, Hispanics food that I grew up on don't have any heat at all. Everybody assumes, oh, Hispanic, it's all like Mexican food where you can make it crazy hot. No, we didn't grow up with any heat, and so I do like heat. My sister hates it. You put heat in her food, like, no, why'd you do that? Well, it's because we're not accustomed to that. But since I eat everything, I slip in jalapenos, sometimes poblanos on my daughter, and she's like, But yeah, so I work with them.
Well, one of my best friends, she's Cuban.
Right.
And I love the way she cooks for me because it's a savory feeling. It's savory.
Sure.
So what is your go-to in the Cuban food?
Oh man, it depends on my mood, really. There's so many. I grew up on so much. Pork, obviously, the slow roasted. I was telling you, I will start cooking like Christmas. Christmas Eve is huge in our house. It's like the biggest celebration of the year, and that traditionally is roasted pork, and the pork will go in the oven sometimes, depending on how much I'm making, how many people we're expecting. It'll go in the oven at 6 a.m. and it'll be done early afternoon. It's not like it takes 12 hours like a traditional barbecue.
Right.
But the roasted pork, where just, it's a pork butt, so it's fatty and it just melts away. And by the time you're done, you're getting the fat and the pork and the salt and the citrus. And yeah, so.
You're salivating.
I get fired up.
Take a look here. Look at this. The beautiful berries.
Yeah,
as well, and
yeah.
the
These are huge. It's beautiful.
Those are beautiful.
Oh
aren't
man,
they?
they're so tender. This
farm.
fruit is so fresh.
This is the farmer's market, and tell me about your farm.
We're located on St. Helens Island in Bluffton, South Carolina.
And you're here every Thursday?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, we love your produce. It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
I
Yeah,
love
it
your
is beautiful.
flowers.
Yeah.
So let's keep going. So as we keep moving along, barbecue is big down south.
Yeah, of course.
So one of the things is, everybody's searched for that big barbecue person. And what's your take on that?
On barbecue?
Yeah, but wait, before we go there, what's this?
Paella.
Hi.
Hey, how are you? Good. You got a net for it. You finally decided to. Flies added a little too much salt.
Tell me about this. What is your recipe? What is the special of this?
Well, let's see. Our friend Paul was taught on the island of Mallorca from a little old lady out in the street. She was in her 80s. He didn't speak English. She didn't speak Spanish, but she taught him how to cook paella. He got out in the Air Force, came back to Johnson in Wales, was a private chef for many families, but he never forgot about the paella, and then he taught us how to make it, and here we are.
Oh, it's beautiful. So paella, what are the ingredients?
Okay, you
Rice.
start off with organic chicken stock, you have organic olive oil, we have a little bit of bacon, we have our sausage that a local butcher makes for us according to our recipe, and then he smokes it. Chicken thighs, 6 grams of saffron, organic chicken stock, fresh thyme, roasted red peppers, and then we finish it with peas.
Delicious. Oh my gosh, I think my mouth is salivated for that. Well, we'll be back.
Okay, come back.
Thank you for that. I would like to try a sample for a second.
Hey there, how can I help you?
So one thing about the farmers market, everybody brings something. It's like we know when you have a party and everybody brings something for the dinner.
Yes.
And whatever they bring is always the best thing they make.
Yes.
So when you go to a farmers market, I think that's what people don't realize, that when we're trying all these foods, these are really good recipe and foods. It's quality.
Yes. The barbecue guy barbecues his thing. The paella people, paella is their thing, so you get everybody's best shot, and it's like a big old party here. It's why I love the Bluffton Farmers Market, because not every farmers market has cooked food. The health department rules and all that stuff, but this one does. Yeah, Savannah's, for example, does it.
Check this out. Oh wow, that looks delicious.
Yeah, I had his brisket last time. It was fantastic. How are you, sir?
Good. How you doing?
Doing all right. Doing all right.
Push a drink on the job.
Thank you very much. See, they're taking care of us.
Yes,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Keep it cool.
We have the spices. Let's go find out about spices. Come on over here. So, I love the Caribbean lemon pepper. I'm a big lemon pepper fan. Are you?
I've got that one at home, actually.
You do. This looks terrific. And they have the black garlic. Hi there, sir. How are you?
Hi, how are you, ma'am?
Good.
All veggies, very
Is this your
Sure.
spices?
Yeah, we've been doing this for a long Everything in it's on the table right there.
Wow.
Very good. Thank you.
It's my creation, yes.
Very nice.
Thank you.
And what I like about this, take a look here. It also has the sauces. So definitely unique, hard to find, special gems for your cupboards, your spice racks.
We're in all the restaurants, the big restaurants too.
Are you? And what is your name, sir?
Tom Wilson.
Hi, Tom Wilson. Nice to meet you. I'm Kathryn. That's Jesse.
I know.
Yeah,
Jesse.
we go way back. I got half of these.
Thank you.
I got half of these in my cabinet.
Yeah, they're really good. Come to their stand. I think you'll like it.
That's good. Thank you, sir. Everything good?
Sure.
Yeah.
Very healthy. Everything in it's on the corner.
Is
of
it
the
hot?
table.
Is it
No,
hot?
cold and fresh.
Okay. Try
Garlic
this
is the
one.
only
This is
spicy.
okay.
And that garlic isn't even spicy.
We try to keep
If you find garlic spicy, we need to have a talk.
That's right. That's right. Then you got.
Because that's about as basic as it gets.
This is really good. You know what? You are really good.
Thank you so much.
Oh my goodness.
You didn't tell me we were doing shots.
Oh, I know. Well,
That's good.
That is good.
Yeah, we cook and deliver once a week, low salt, low sugar meals to Buford, Bluffton, Hilton Head as well. So 14th year, Gourmet on Wheels.
And you are.
Yeah.
Don't leave, please.
Excellent. I mean,
I can't carry
this. Is
this,
delicious.
that's
We'll
the
be
problem.
back.
Yeah, perfect. That's what's in it right there.
Thank you.
Very healthy.
Love that. You see that is I'm not a heat person either. This is savory.
Yeah, lots of fresh parsley and fresh garlic. Everything is just fresh.
This is very good.
Thank you, sir.
Gotta come. This is so much fun. Hey, look, dessert.
Is that for
Jesse?
dogs? No.
No.
Those are dog treats, though.
No, those can't be.
No, those aren't. These are.
Oh, those are, yeah, but these can't be. Look at this. Look at the Low Country Bakery. They have the pies
wow.
or the pizzas. And of course, you can never go wrong with chocolate chip cookies. I think that's my downfall.
Diet starts tomorrow.
What's your favorite?
Favorite what?
Dessert.
That's a loaded.
Cookie, you're right. No,
my
cookie.
favorite cookie?
Yeah.
Oh boy, when they're all things being equal, when they're great, chocolate chip.
With nuts for me. Walnuts, like tons
Yeah,
of
I could
them.
do that. Oatmeal is a close second, but if I had to pick one, chocolate chip. Favorite dessert is probably carrot cake.
I'm surprised. I didn't expect you to say that to me.
Really? Why is
really?
that?
I thought you were going to say something like chocolate or
Nah.
some
Carrot cake
kinda-
followed by cheesecake.
No,
Look at that. I keep blowing her mind. Like, for real?
See, this is what we think, or when
And
what
in
is
third
really
place
what we
is
know.
triple raspberry parfait.
Well, take a look here. Hi. I love your chips. I've had your chips. They're delicious.
Would you like to try something on a chippy chip?
Jesse, would
Sure.
you?
Chippy chip.
Sake chips or chippy chips. What do you like?
So-
Hot or mild, kids?
Mild.
Mild.
You got to start at the base. Who am I? I'm number 4. Who are you?
No, I recognize you. Don't you have a show?
I do.
Yes.
I'm
this is
Jesse.
Jesse
Of
Blanco.
course.
Very nice to meet you.
Hot or mild, lady?
Mild, please.
She's so pretty.
Isn't she though?
Well, actually, Jesse's being nice. He's on my travel show. I have a travel show, and now you're on my travel show. What is your name?
Kathy.
Kathy. I'm Kathryn. Nice to meet you too. Hi, Fred. Nice to meet you. Did
You make
get
these
yours?
yourself?
Did you try one?
No, I didn't get one yet.
Here. Here.
No, you can have that one. I'll get
We
another
make
one.
the chippy chips.
I've
You don't
had
make the
these.
salsa
These
then?
are really good.
Mild.
The same family, 25 years, little family
Okay.
business.
These are
works in
really good.
cooperation with us. Hot or mild?
Mild.
Well, I'll just give you mango almond.
Okay.
You know what I should give you? I should give you something that used to be hot, now it's not, goes on everything. Our
Why is it
Goldilocks.
not?
No.
Well, Daddy had it for 20 years and I made it milder, now I call it Goldilocks.
This is delicious.
You make these chips are very good.
Thank you.
Wow.
Daddy's recipe.
Wow, this is really good, Debbie. I'm sorry, we're having a moment here because this really tastes delicious. Perfect for parties. Oh my goodness.
That is very tasty.
You know how much business I get when you have this at parties?
I can imagine. I get it. Well, we'll be back later. So Jesse and I are going to keep moving along.
Okay.
Thank you. Nice to meet you, Kathy.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you.
That was good.
Nice to meet you. So, another farm stand. Let's go to the eggs. You know,
Okay.
eggs are such a premium now. People are looking for
Uh-huh.
special eggs, and this is. Hi, how are you? I'm Kathryn, and my show is Closer with Kathryn, and this is Jesse.
Hey, how are you?
We are just.
I'm Nathan.
Nice to meet you. We're Love to know a little bit about your perspective, because obviously eggs are important. They become very premium in our life or in our diet, but also I see you have other meats as well. So you are a farm.
Yeah.
And where are you located?
Villa West Farms is in Vance, South Carolina, and we have 2 other farms on the table. The beef comes from Barnville, a small farm called Solo Verde, and then Low Country Creamery in Bowman provides all the local dairy. So we just join forces and get as much quality proteins on people's plates as possible.
Great idea. Very, very good. I mean,
How far do you drive to come?
It's 100 miles.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
We made a commitment to be here, rain or shine, every week. So even if the market gets rained out, I just sell out of my van right there.
You got it down. You figured it out.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Well, and obviously your meats are all
pasture raised.
Pasture raised.
An example of one of our flocks. That's one of our 7 flocks of hens. So they're moved
Yep.
around to fresh grass, so they get a fresh salad bar, bugs, all the forage that a chicken needs to be happy and healthy.
Well, terrific. Well, nice to meet you. And I have a great day today. We'll be back.
Thank you, sir.
You know, no farmer's market is not complete without peaches. So tell
Those
me,
are huge.
I've heard 2 things. Even though Georgia says they're the peach capital, but I understand South Carolina is
Yeah,
actually
I've heard that too.
crop.
I don't know. I've never verified that. Whatever side of the Savannah River I happen to be on, they claim they're the ones like, okay, hey, good for you. Hey, good for you too.
Yeah.
Peaches for everybody.
Nothing better than a nice peach cobbler.
Yeah, those are huge
You
too.
know. But do you ever
Yeah.
cook peaches on the grill?
I've eaten them grilled. I've never grilled them.
They're delicious. That
Yes,
is
they
something
are.
I can do in my own provincial little world here. I can do the grilling of the peaches, and they just taste wonderful.
One time I had a salad during restaurant week in New York City, and it was like this tossed green, like arugula. It was like a spicy green with grilled peaches, and underneath all of this was sitting on top a little bit of turkey drippings from like they roasted a turkey, and the stuff that's in the bottom of the pan, they cooked it down and they put it at the bottom, and it was greens, grilled peaches, and turkey drippings.
And
The most amazing thing I've
really,
ever
that
eaten.
was quite
yes.
the combination.
Yes, yes. You talk about recipes. Well, I wish I had that one.
And look who we bumped into. This
Hello.
is Kim Beljack, who is the manager of the Bluffton Market, and we're delighted to meet you. What a great day and what a festive occasion we have going on here.
It's a beautiful day out here. I mean, such a great location for the farmers market, and everything is just blossoming and blooming right now. We have fresh summer produce everywhere, and it's a great day to be outside.
It is, and also Jesse and I have been eating our way along. I was tasting it, and it's just, as we were saying before, but people realize that when people bring their food to this, it's the best food. And I think that's one thing I want to reiterate to everybody, just because, you know, it's great, and you'll have a good meal.
Well, and that's the beauty of a farmer's market when you're buying food to eat or food to take home and prepare, is you're actually speaking to the person that either grew it, harvested it, made it. So you can really get that good information and figure out how to cook it when you get home, or how to eat it right, or what to eat it with. So it's the best place to shop.
Great. Well, thank you, and so happy to meet you. I've heard so much, and
Likewise.
thank you, and we'll see you
Thank you for
later.
coming
We're going
out.
to keep looking.
Enjoy.
Okay,
See ya.
bye.
Take care.
We all go for ice pops, right,
Yeah.
Jess? Shall we go
Summertime,
find out
sit
the ice
back,
pops?
need something to keep you cool.
I know, and so just letting you know, it's a warm day here, so we are going along as we can, and pastas.
This
here
is
goes-
his line is always long. It's crazy. They do such a good job. They come down from Charleston.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, it is a nice long line, and we have dumplings. Everybody loves dumplings here. That's great. Is this our pops? Okay. So let's see. Oh, look at see the little guy. He's pointing to the pop that he wants. And they make their popsicles. Okay. What is your favorite flavor?
You know, I've never had these in particular, so I couldn't tell you. But looking at them, probably I'm looking at chunky mango. They all look good. Blackberry cheesecake, banana, Nutella. Oh man, depends on your mood when you show up here. But
Can you
chunky
see?
mango.
Yeah.
looks
Do you
good.
see the recipe? Do you see the menu that we have there? There's a lot to choose from. So look at this little guy. What a happy little guy.
That's my daughter.
Hi. Good. I'm Kathryn. This is Jesse, and
Hi.
our camera guy brought us in because he says you have the best pops ever.
Well, you have to.
We have to
for
try.
yourself.
I know. So, what are you thinking? Which one would you like to try?
Chunky mango.
Chunky mango.
Do you make them yourself? Okay,
You
very
do.
good.
You should take a
¿Cómo
look
estás?
in here.
No, de lo más bien, gracias.
No hablo español.
Sí, yo. That's funny. You funny, yeah.
And
Gracias.
I think I would like to try the. I don't know. What do you recommend?
Are you leaning towards the fruity, which are more refreshing?
Yes.
My favorite is the raspberry hibiscus.
Not that one. Try another one.
Our watermelon lime.
All right.
Like a piece of watermelon.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I'll try the watermelon lime.
Oh, wow.
Está bueno.
Sí. Rico.
Rico. ¿Cómo se dice?
Como dicen los cubanos, riquísimo.
Riquísimo.
Riquísimo. Wow.
Arriba.
I'm a biter.
Yeah.
I'm like going for.
All right, thank you.
Gracias.
De nada.
Hasta luego. Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao.
Ooh.
This is
Aren't they good? What'd you get? Raspberry kiwi looks like?
Watermelon.
Oh.
This is very good.
So
No,
good.
no.
So good.
Cattle. I'll tell you, a farmer's market is not complete unless we find out about the she crab soup. And I have Hank here, Hank Yaden, who is the chef of this.
Right.
I know I'm a newbie to the area. Okay. So tell me what makes she crab soup so important and special.
Well, the story goes that in 1903, a butler by the name of William Dees created she crab soup for a dinner party they were having for President Taft. And he went crabbing that day, and he used the crab roe to season the she crab soup, and they fell in love with it. And to this day, actually, this recipe was handed to me by his descendants in Charleston, South Carolina. And I've been serving it for about since 1985, actually, making the same recipe.
Wow.
Oh, so do you have a secret ingredient that makes it unique?
Well, we use of course sherry goes in there.
Yeah.
And we use all heavy cream in our soup, and then a touch of mace. And we put Old Bay in ours. Old Bay actually didn't start until 1936. So before that they didn't put Old Bay in it. But we use a little Old Bay in ours.
And what is that? I don't even.
Old Bay is a seafood seasoning.
Okay, perfect. Well, lovely. Then you can see here. There's lots
and we
of.
have our. We
what is
also
this?
have our crab cakes.
Okay.
These are 100% crab meat. There's no filler, no bread in it.
Wow.
Those things are huge.
That looks like
How
a
many
filet
ounces are those?
mignon.
8 to 9 ounces.
Wow.
Yeah.
That looks wonderful.
And of course, here's our she crab soup. Okay. A little bit of sherry in there, and then we have our crab macaroni and cheese, which is one of our best sellers.
So how often do you get invited to a party because people want you to bring some soup?
Quite often, actually.
I'm sure.
Thanks,
Don't forget
Hank.
your gumbo, which is fantastic, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, and the gumbo, mind
gumbo
you.
is
You like that
fantastic.
too?
I just came back to
Oh,
get
wow.
the special.
That looks good.
Oh, you see?
That looks
This is a
Wow.
hidden gem in the Bluffton area. Hi. We'll be right over here. So thank you for your hospitality. Nice to meet you as well. And what is your name? Hi, nice to meet you. And we'll see you guys again.
All right, thank you.
Bye. You know, Jesse, we love the farmers market because, like we talked about, all the unique foods and vegetables and all that great things. So, what is your favorite here? Do you have a standout favorite?
You know, I get asked what's my favorite anything all the time, and I truthfully say I love so many different things. It all depends on what you're in the mood for, but it's easy to come here and get inspired by we talked about it earlier, the beautiful colors that you see on this produce that you know was grown in the ground of the person who you're talking to. and you know that it wasn't artificially colored or preserved or any of that stuff, and it's inspiring. You look at those tomatoes, and I can taste the salad.
Still talking about the tomatoes.
I see the blueberries, and I'm like, I'm a big blueberry smoothie guy, but you put them in with yogurt in the morning, and you know that they're going to taste better than something you buy frozen in the store. So I get inspired by what I see, and I see it and I immediately taste it. It's like the biggest buffet in Bluffton right now. That's
well,
you know
what you can have for Thursday night dinner. You can have soup, you can have chicken, you can have pork, you can have a salad, you can have
paella.
You can have an appetizer for the chips and the salsa.
Mm-hmm.
It's endless. So I think Thursday night is done.
Yeah, or the gumbo.
Before we leave, there's one more I want to see, and this is an artisan breads, and I find that's one thing down in the South. And look at this, she's giving us the heads up.
Yeah.
It's the best. Yeah.
The best. The best.
And they have a line, so that's telling us that is the best. So we're gonna wait in line with them. Kim, I'm so excited to be with you. These cookies, Jesse, you just took this away.
Yeah, they're like so soft. You
Off my cookies. Put those down. He always steals from me.
Yeah. So I call her Mama. I see her everywhere. Hey, Mama.
So Kim, tell us about your beautiful store and your food that you make. And now you have a new store actually being opened in Bluffton.
Correct. We're going to be opening right on the corner of Bridge and Calhoun. It's called the Bridge Project, and they're going to have a restaurant on the corner and 2 other businesses. We'll have ourselves, and I know the Bluffton Grocery is going to be there, and a couple other places that they're waiting to.
And what is the name of your business?
Mine is Sprout Mama Breads. We've
Sprout
been
Mama
around
Breads
for about 10 years, kind of in and out. My son is my head chef. My daughter is a baker. We've got another girl, so it's all family. And I created this in my kitchen a long time ago to nurture my family and whatnot with sprouted grain breads. And my son came along, and it just kept growing and growing. Jesse's watched us grow over the years. So.
You said you got to come over here, but I want to show you the breads are gorgeous. I mean, they're stunning. Take us a quick walkabout so we can tell. What do I have here?
This is all our sourdough.
That's my favorite bread.
That's delicious. It's all organic King Arthur flour. We also make all our own cultures. We have a rye culture, a wheat culture. We have a sourdough culture. We have all of our pastries today. They're all croissant dough made differently. These are our cinnamon rolls, which are fan favorites. We have plain croissants today. We also have chocolate croissants. Caitlin can make anything out of dough that you can think of. So if you have any orders, this is a sprouted cinnamon cranberry.
That's delicious. Can you imagine toasted with a little butter, cup of tea?
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Or you can make it with your eggs in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
We also have our French today. We have our seeded sprouted wheat, which is the first bread I ever created in my kitchen. It has pumpkin, sunflower, flax. It's made with a sprouted flour, sprouted wheat flour, which is healthier for you. And I could go into all that, but that might be another cup of tea.
That's another cup of tea. That might take like a glass of wine, maybe.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Cocktails.
Perfect. This is going to be our focaccia bread.
Yes, this is beautiful. Look at the color, everybody. No, this is good.
Olive oil, sea salt. We have our blueberry muffins today. They're super yummy.
Yeah.
I'm keeping the flynets on them. I also make vegan products. Today I have my vegan cheese made from cashews, coconut milk, nutritional yeast. So if you're looking to cut your dairy down, it tastes just like really good cheese spread.
I need a muffin and a cookie, please.
Jesse is eyeing this already.
You know it.
Chef.
These they look amazing.
They
Blueberry
do look
muffin
amazing.
for Jesse.
I know.
And a cookie.
And a cookie. All right, Kim. Well, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you. And
nice
success.
To meet you.
Okay, Jess. We'll finish that out.
No, it's never nice to meet me.
There you go. Make it good.
All right.
Well, Jesse, wasn't it a great visit here at the Bluffton Market,
Yes.
Farmers Market? So much fun, and I think we ate our way through.
I think so. Yeah, the diet starts on Monday. No worries there.
Well, I want to thank you for joining me, and also, I want to wish you best with your
Thank
show.
you.
Tell me a little bit about what's going on for the next season. It's coming up.
Season 11 has rolled out already. We're having so much fun keeping up with everything that's going on both sides of the Savannah River. Downtown Savannah and here in Bluffton and Hilton Head, it keeps us plenty busy. So yeah, 11 seasons, 10 years. We're having a lot of fun. But your thing is rolling out as well, right?
It is. We are 2 months into it. We'd like to be 10 years into this project eventually.
Yeah.
But we were having a blast. One thing I think we have something in common. Number one is we're storytellers.
Right.
And I love that. I mean, that's what we're visiting here. And everybody I'm interviewing, from the music to the artists to history, there's just so many stories to be told.
Yeah. You know, it's great to say this is a beautiful tomato and I'm going to go eat it. But I'm more passionate, and I gather that you are as well, about the guy who's worked so many hours in his week.
That's right.
Ignoring, you know, leisure, and that's his focus, is to produce this produce or to make these dishes. These people are passionate about what they do, and we get to benefit from it. And there are so many stories here. That's the part that fires me up, and it sounds like you as well.
It does. It's a passion of mine, and so I'm enjoying everything I'm doing, and I have enjoyed getting to know the community. And thank you. I've seen you on your programs, and I finally get a chance to see you in person.
Anytime you want to hang out and eat, let me know.
I will. We'll have to come up with some more ideas. You know what? I'm going to come to Savannah.
Do that.
We can do a part 2 down there.
Do that.
All right. Well, thank you, Jesse.
My pleasure.
Take care. Well, I want to thank you for joining me today because we had a great time at the Bluffton Farmers Market. I highly recommend it. It's on Thursdays from 12 to 5. Get your Thursday dinner here and support the locals. As Jesse was saying, the farmers, they spend a lot of time creating the produce that we love. So let's go support our community as well. All right, we'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me. Coastal with Kathryn.